Kremlin anticipates prolonged Ukrainian offensive in Kursk Oblast and preparing Russian for new normal. The Kremlin anticipates the hostility in Kursk Oblast, the target of a recent incursion by Ukrainian forces, could persist for several months, even by optimistic estimates, and it's preparing Russian for the new normal. As Ukrainian forces exert control over the occupied territory within the Russian Federation. Immediately after the Ukrainian operation commenced in Kursk Oblast, the Russian elites were shocked. In 2 weeks, the shock was worn off and they have got used to it. A source close to Kremlin said it was initially unclear what forces were involved and how long it would last. Now we understand, which always makes it easier. The Ukrainian forces are far from the regional centers. However, the mere fact that they have entered the territory of Russia Federation and taken control of the village is a new development, and deeply unsettling one, the source said. A poll reveals that anxiety amongst Russians rose by 6%, reaching 45%. The Kremlin views these figures rather high and hopeful for a swift decline. To quick ease public concern, the Kremlin is employing propaganda to prepare Russians for a life in a new reality, a new normal. Terms previously used by propagandists during the COVID-19 pandemic and at the outset of the war in Ukraine. The use of such phrases in propaganda is necessary for the people to consider what is happening not an aberration, but a new normal. Even if it is temporary, it has to be reassuring. It isn't easy to exist in a deviation from the norm. It's easier to exist in the norm even if it's a new one, explained a media technologist working with the Putin administration domestic political bloc. Head by the Sergei Kirilenko, first deputy chief of staff of the presidential administration of Russia. The constitute of this new reality, as conceived by the Kremlin, are as follows. The enemy has indeed broken through the Russian territory. It is facing inevitable defeat, yet retaking the territories will take time, so Russia needs to wait. At the same time, citizens are encouraged to channel negativity and shock into positive action, such as participating in aid collection efforts for Kursk Oblast. The Putin administration has also recommended that regional authorities follow suit. Another difference between the new normal and the previous one is the election of the government of Kursk Oblast. Cancelling the election would have increased panic. It means that the entire region is under threat since they cancelled the election of the governor, so perhaps the region has already been considered. There are new threats to the vote, so the source explained. In general, all the officials interviewed by Meduza believe that the fighting in Kursk Oblast could continue for several months. A source close to the government clarifies that this estimate is quite optimistic if everything goes well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.